Welcome back to Sports Gambling Podcast Network's NFL draft coverage. Today we're talking about the consensus quarterback rankings. The number one quarterback in this draft class is Cam Ward, and that has been the case the entire offseason. Cam Ward has clearly separated himself from the group, and you ask yourself what makes him so much better than everybody else. A lot of it is upside. You look at it, he's got the combination for this new NFL where you need someone that can rush the ball and create. But you also need someone that has a big arm, not only to make tight window throws, but to be able to extend the field and threaten the defense. And so Cam Ward does all that. It's a foregone conclusion unless we get a Bo Callahan situation. Nobody went to his birthday party and he didn't read the playbook and send back the $100. He's going to be a Tennessee Titan. Shedeur Sanders, there is some people, including myself, who think Jaxson Dart is a lot closer to Shedeur Sanders than Sanders and Dart are to Ward. And we could see that. We've seen a lot of moves. Justin Fields to the Jets, Geno Smith to the Raiders. The Giants picked up Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. The Browns have now picked up Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. Not all those moves mean you're out of the quarterback market. If you think Shedeur Sanders is a good quarterback and could be your quarterback for the next 5 to 10 years, Russell Wilson and Joe Flacco should not stop you from doing that, or Kenny Pickett or James Winston should not stop you from doing that. Justin Fields is on essentially a 1-year prove-it deal with some options. He could go to any of those teams, but we just had a big news. Derek Carr's shoulder injury is continuing to linger, and if he were to miss 2025 season or miss part of the 2025 season, they're looking at Spencer Rattler again. Does the team want to do that? Do they look to Aaron Rodgers? But Shedeur Sanders would fit in that conference, fit in that division. One of the knocks on him is he doesn't have a big arm. When you put him there, he's a touch and he's a precision passer. He's a touch, timing, and anticipation guy. Very similar to how we've seen these Saints offenses be in the past. You see with Sanders, the Saints would be a good pick. He could go as far as the Steelers. You could still see him go to the Giants or one of those teams up front. But if he gets past the Saints, you could see a slide. Does he go to the Colts? Does someone jump up ahead of the Steelers? I think Sanders goes in the top 20 picks, but top 21 picks. But you still could see him in the top 10. He's a quarterback, and now the Saints situation really helps him and Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart, he's got more upside than Sanders. He's got a bigger arm. He outproduced him in every major category except for turnover-worthy plays, and they both were very good in that. They both were better than Cam Ward in that. You look at first read throws. Jaxson Dart is he does have that rushing ability, and the comparison for him is like a Jalen Hurts coming out. He's gonna get that first read, second read, and he's just gonna get up and go. And so he wasn't asked to do a lot of reading the whole defense. But what we do like about him is he did run a pro style offense. He had great production, SEC production. He's got 45 starts. He's just 21 years old, and he's got big upside, big traits. He's got a big arm, 58 mile an hour on the velocity test this year. Jaxson Dart could be up there, and I think it's a lock. There's going to be 3 quarterbacks right now. The line is minus 275 for 3 quarterbacks. For over 2.5 quarterbacks. Jaxson Dart has been creeping up. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's top 15, top 20 pick. Jalen Milroe, a lot of buzz, a lot of talk about him. He's really kind of is that fourth guy. And the rushing upside is it's crazy. If you look at the passing numbers, they're actually pretty good. I know he gets dogged a lot for small hands, turnovers, and not being able to pass. Small hands and turnovers are facts. I mean, that's just that needs to stop. But you look at someone like a Justin Fields. Like, could you see Jalen Milroe going in there behind Justin Fields and learning the offense behind him and taking over next year? Very possible. Could you see Milroe go to the Browns and then develop him? You've seen what they're trying to do with Anthony Richardson. Maybe the Colts take another shot at it. So Jalen Milroe is the fourth guy off the board. Tyler Shuck, a lot of people don't know who that is. He's from Louisville. He's an older, I think he's 24, 25 years old. He's an older prospect. But with Tyler Shuck, he is runs a pro-ready system, and you look at all the things that you saw with Michael Penix and Bo Nix and why teams like them. You look at even Brock Purdy. Why do teams like those guys? Because they're seasoned, they got the experience, and they can come in and win you a couple games. But with Shuck, you have some pretty good athletic ability. He's got a big arm. He's got the size, 6'5", 230, and he can run the ball. So the rest of the guys, you have Will Howard, Quinn Ewers, Kyle McCord, Dylan Gabriel, Riley Leonard, Curtis Rourke. We'll see. It's really kind of pick your, go to the ice cream shop and what's your favorite flavor for those day 3 quarterbacks. I don't think we'll see a lot of day 2 quarterbacks. I think you'll see 3 on day 1 with Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, and Jaxson Dart. Then you'll see Jalen Milroe, and we'll see if Tyler Shuck can sneak in. The guy that I'm interested in, I think goes higher than some people think, is Kyle McCord. Hearing a lot that Kyle McCord is high on boards. I see a lot of Brock Purdy in his game. MJD likes him a lot. Chris Sims has him in his top 5. So look for Kyle McCord to beat that, that 120, that 5th round draft capital marker. So again, to recap, Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Jaxson Dart, Jalen Milroe, Tyler Shuck, Will Howard, Quinn Ewers, Kyle McCord, Dylan Gabriel, Riley Leonard, and Curtis Rourke. Riley Leonard is another guy that teams are really falling in love with. So this has been the consensus quarterback episode. Next will be the wide receivers.